Sí, listo. Ya empecé la grabación. Good evening. Tonight we are going to work demonstratives. So I hope you understand and pay attention. I see no people connected, but I'm gonna start my class. So let's start. Let's start with there is and there are, the perfect house. Excuse me. The perfect house. So the topic is our new house. He says, honey, I found the perfect house. You are gonna love it. Oh, that's great. Tell me all about it. There is air conditioning. There is a big backyard. There are good schools nearby. So, what do I use there is and there are for? I use there is and there are to state facts about a person or a thing. For example, there is air conditioning. Es para decir que hay, entonces there is, hay para uno y there are, hay para varios. There is a big backyard. ¿Hay un qué? Hay un patio trasero. There are is used when the noun is plural. For example, there are good schools nearby. There are good schools nearby. There are a lot of windows. Now let's continue. Is there a fireplace? There isn't a fireplace, but there is a flat screen TV. Is there a swimming pool? No, there isn't a swimming pool. But no, there isn't a big pool, but there is a basketball court. Great, yes. Are there any trees in the yard? No, there aren't any trees in the yard, but there is a swimming pool. Is there a driveway for my car? There isn't a driveway, but there is an extra bedroom for my mother. So, if you want to make negative sentences with there is and there are, you have to use there isn't a and it means there isn't plus the articles a and or an, or there aren't plus any. So there isn't a garage. No hay un garaje. There isn't a fence. No hay una barda. There aren't any trees in the yard. No hay árboles en la barda. And there aren't a lot of neighbors. No hay muchos vecinos. Ahí sería any neighbors. Quedaría mejor. Any neighbors. Ahora, el there is, con la contracción there's, se usa para escritura informal o para hablar. Por ejemplo, there's an extra bedroom for my mother. And she says, oh, yes. Like, oh, how good. What a good surprise. Okay, now let's see this information about Mr. Chan's class. You have to make sentences using there is, there are, and the information. So, for example, in her class, there isn't a quiz this week. There isn't a quiz this week. Now, with students, what can we say? How can we say that hay 18 estudiantes? In English, we can say, there are 18 students this week. This week, there is very little homework. And this week, there are many readings. Now, for questions, I put is or are there to make them. For example, are there mice in the house? Now, I also use there in questions and short answers. For example, is there a porch? Is there a porch? Yes, there is. Are there any problems in the basement? No, there aren't. Now, let's work about questions and sentences using there is and there are and short answers. For example, in your school, what about in your place? For example, in my place, there are good schools. There aren't many children. There was a high, no, there is a highway. Here, there are many restaurants. There aren't many problems. Even living in Cauca, there are 4 restaurants. There isn't any park, and there isn't much noise. Okay. Now, let's continue with the exercise. Let's play a game. Take account the image and need you to please. Is there a ball? No, there isn't. Is there a bookshelf? Yes, there is. Are there 2 chairs? No, there aren't. Are there two mirrors? Perdón. No, there are. Are there two windows? Yes, there are. Are there two beds? Yes, there are. Is there a wardrobe? Yes, there is. I know, no, there are. Stand. Very good. Is there a wardrobe? Yes, there is. Are there two tables? Yes, there are. Is there a picture? Yes, there is. Now, let's go to our next topic, which is can and could for adults. Let's start. Let's match the picture with the verb. So, ride a bike is manejar bicicleta, this one. Dance, bailar, esta. Skate, patinar. Play basketball, jugar basketball. Sing, cantar. Play the guitar, es tocar la guitarra. ¿Qué está haciendo? Esquiar. Scuba dive, bucear, con el escosito. Fish, pescar. Y use a smartwatch, usar un reloj inteligente. Ahora, ¿qué cosas de aquí podemos hacer? Por ejemplo, can you scuba dive? Can you fish? Can you skate? Can you sing? Can you ski? Can you use a smartwatch? Can you play the guitar? Can you ride a bike? Can you dance? And can you play basketball? No. If I can say that I can, I use can plus the verb in the base form. For example, I say, my sister can ski. My sister can ski. We can play basketball. If I want to give an information related to something that I can't do, I use cannot or can't. This is the contracted form. Can't. For example, I cannot or I can't cook. For questions, what I have to do is to change the place with the subject. For example, I don't say, can he can play? No, I say, can he play? I can also say, to answer, yes, he can. No, he can't. You can sing opera. How can I change it to question? I can turn it into a question if I say, can you sing opera? Yes, I can. No, I can't. They can ride a bike. How can I turn it into a question? Can they ride a bike? Yes, they can. No, they can't. Now, we can make sentences, please. We can sing he can't swim. Now they can ski, but I can't ski. He can ski. You can't ski. Skateboard, sorry. Now, use the characters to make sentences. For example, Superman can fly, but he can resist kryptonite. Now, about Lionel Messi. For example, Lionel Messi can play football. What about Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan can play basketball. Michael Jordan can play basketball, but he can play golf. What about Donald Trump? Donald Trump can be president, but he can't. Okay, whatever you want to tell. Hello, Master Chief can defeat the world, but he can fight Batman. Bruce Lee can fight, but he can't make more movies because he's not alive. Now, we have to check this difference. I use can for present situations. For example, my sister can take me to school. But could is to talk about possibilities from the past or abilities I had in the past. My sister could take me to school. Could take me to school. Now, we can play basketball. We could play basketball. He couldn't speak English, but now he can speak English because he attends to class. What about you? Are you attending to class or just checking the lessons? Now, in question, I do the same that I do with can. I change places with the auxiliary verb and subject. For example, could he play the guitar? Yes, he could. Oh, no, he couldn't. You could sing opera. Could you sing opera? Yes, I could. No, I couldn't. They could ride a bike. What about that one? Could they ride a bike? Yes, they could. No, they couldn't. No. Remember that we can also use can and could for requests and permissions. For example, Can you open the window? For permission. Can I open the window? The next one. Could you give me more information? Or could I go to the party with my friends? Okay. Could is more formal. Now, let's match the sentences with the situations. Number one, you can download music from the internet. Is that a permission, a possibility, or an ability? That is a possibility. He can speak 5 languages. Is that a permission or an ability? That is an ability. Now, I'm sorry, you can park your car here. That is a permission you don't have. Now, make sentences with can or can't. For example, park in handicapped spaces. In my case, I can't park in handicapped spaces because I don't have a disability. The next one, send personal emails at work. I haven't got the permission, so I can't send personal emails at work. Use the internet to book a flight. I can use the internet to book a flight. Learn a language without studying. I can't learn a language without studying. Say what you want to your boss. No, I can't say what I think to my boss. I need my job. And finally, no, wear jeans at work. I can wear jeans at work. Play computer games at work. I can play computer games at work. I can't. Remember, can't. Make photocopies at work. I can't make photocopies at work. Even if the copies are for work. And kiss my elbow. Nobody can kiss her elbow, so I can't kiss my elbow. Now, are these sentences correct? Are these sentences correct? Let's check. She can to dance salsa. Sorry. She can to dance salsa, no. She can dance salsa. Sorry, my computer is turning off. We don't can scuba dive. It is we can't scuba dive. Now, Carlos can use a smartwatch. Carlos can use, no can't. I don't use it with S. Carlos can use a scuba dive. Marta no can sing. Marta can't sing. They can ride a bike. It is, can they ride a bike? Sonia doesn't play chess. Better to say Sonia can't play chess. Can Peter to play the guitar? That's not right. How could we use? What could we use? Can Peter play the guitar? The next one, I can't to play the piano. The right one is, I can't play the piano. Now, Damien can take pictures. The right one is, Damien can take pictures. Okay, now. In order to finish, I would like to tell you that today is the due date for the learning. No, tomorrow is the due date for the learning activity 1. It means that you have until tomorrow to finish your first activity. The second activity you have for this course is to work on the forum. Let's go shopping. So for the next week, I hope you finish working on the test and start working on the forum. I see that there are many students working on it, so I congratulate you for that. What I think is not possible is to make you participate in the sessions, as I know that you have to work. But try to watch the recordings so you can perform the activities well. So having no more to say and having no questions from you, I can say that the session is over. See you next Wednesday and have a good night. Bye-bye.